Hello? Hello? Is this thing working? I hope so. Something's happening. I don't know if anybody's here yet, but if you are, feel free to send a comment here. Trying to figure out how to make this thing work. I don't know if it is working. You guys are going to have to let me know. What's up, fellas? What's going on? There you are. Nice. Okay. Okay. I've kind of been struggling with these settings for the past little while. I think it's working. It should be working. Is it 1080p for you guys? Is it working? Like, is it blurry at all, or does it look actually decent? Because on my OBS, on my other monitor, it looks all right. But let me know. Let me know. Everything works fine? Cool. Audio's okay? Just want to make sure, because I've been having some trouble with live streams. Looks good. Nice. Okay. Blink twice if you read this comment. How's that? Cool. Okay. Let's see here. Just give me a minute. Hold on. I'm not used to this stuff. But yeah, I've been figuring out some OBS. It's the software I use to record and stream, but hopefully it's working. Okay, cool. Is anyone watching the match right now? Oh, is it on right now? Who's winning? What's the score? Spain, Belgium. Nice. Haha. Okay, cool. Okay. So, as you can tell, I now have a face cam, which is nice. And you can also see my apartment back here. I hope I'm actually in focus. It's been a bit of a struggle trying to set everything up. But yeah, I got some cool stuff here. So, with that being said, I also have this one. Ooh, look at that. See, you can see this. I can zoom in and I can zoom out. My camera's a little bit unsteady, but it still works. So I kind of have this overhead camera. And yeah, I can do a little bit of drawing. But today, if I switch, wait. Oh, there we go. And then go in full screen. Haha. We have Minecraft here too. Pretty good. But yeah, so basically what I want to do today, and what I was out exploring yesterday for, is well, I want to build a house. This is one that I've been trying to figure out what I want to do for a while, but this is a lot right here. And I figure, you know, if I just live stream this and then record it at the same time and then use this as a segment of the actual video itself, then I'm actually going to make some progress, because now I'm on camera and I actually have to do it. But yeah, I'm on vacation, by the way. No, I am not skipping work to live stream. But yeah, I had this week off, which was nice. Yesterday, actually, if you go to my Instagram, you can find it if you go to my website, alpine1.co. It'll be in the description. But if you scroll down, there's a little Instagram icon. Go there and watch my stories. I think it'll probably only be up for another few hours. But I was out exploring yesterday on my my motorcycle. Oh yeah, I have a motorcycle now, by the way. I don't know how many of you know that. But if you follow my Instagram, then you probably do know that. I was out exploring, trying to find some inspiration for this house. And I got a pretty big nail right through my back tire. So yeah, thankfully I had my camera with me. I was out recording for that video, so I got it all on camera. But you'll have to wait until this video comes out to actually be able to see all that. Wow, there's a lot of comments. Wow, you guys are quick. Hold on, I gotta scroll through. Let's see. Instant click. Haha. Let's see. 1-1. Nice. Is it in the first half for Spain versus Belgium? Nice. Pine time. It is indeed pine time. But yeah, what do you guys think of my my new setup here? What do you think? This is my apartment. These are some maps here. I'll have to do a studio tour at some point as well. It's a lot nicer than, if you saw my old video, this apartment is a new one and it's much better. I like it here a lot more. I also have a nice big window here, nice view of Vancouver. It's great. But yeah, these maps up here, this is Metro Vancouver, or Sequoia, but it's right up there, and you have some other maps here in Vancouver Island over there as well. But yeah, I was kind of using those to explore. I hung them up on my wall because I was out when it was a downpour, so I had to like get the water off of it. So I figured I'm just gonna hang it on my wall, kind of let it air dry. And there's actually, you can't see it here, but there's actually clips way up top there, so I can like hold them in place. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Sweet. Okay. So good. I'm glad this is working. Okay, let me actually walk you through the site here, and also I do have an empty thing of coffee, so I might make another cup here in a minute. But you'll be able to see me back in my kitchen there. Anyway, this is the site itself. Yeah, let me give you a little bit of a background here. So we are in the city of Sequoia. It is based on Metro Vancouver here in British Columbia. These mountains out here, I can actually see right out my window. I'm not going to show you guys because I don't want you guys, no offense, to show up to my house. But I can see these mountains out that window, and it is pretty cool. I can't quite see this exact site here. It is kind of blocked, but that's fine. So this is, here, let me go a little faster. So if I fly all the way up here, this entire map is 10,000 blocks by 10,000 blocks. This is the neighborhood of West Vancouver, which is being led by Beppis. I don't know if Beppis is here. I don't know what Beppis is up to. I don't know. Maybe Beppis will pop by. But yeah, so it looks a little something like this. This is downtown Vancouver in reality, but the scale of our terrain is a little bit different. So ours is kind of more compact. It is at a 1:4 scale, but with our buildings, we build them at a 1.5:1 scale. So comparing real life to the city of Sequoia, it's actually a 1:6 scale. I think that math makes sense. But yeah, so down here, my house lot is that one right there. And I will go back here and put it back down. Okay, so I will show you with my overhead camera here, but this is the house lots. You have this road up to the north. This way is north. And over here, you do have this nice river, which has, it's a little dry right now, but work in progress on that. Nice little cliff down here and a beach, which I did actually visit in real life about a month ago. Got that footage. That'll also be in this video. Yeah, so let's see here. Let's change the time to 10 a.m. Oh, too cloudy. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay. I can work with that. But okay, so let's take a look at this here. Top down, that's sort of what it looks like. Now, if I wait, sorry, bear with me 1 second. There you go. Haha. Can you guys see the top one? It should work. I hope it's not too delayed. Usually there's like a fraction of a second, but yeah, cool. So let me shift my keyboard out of here, and I have some tracing paper that I got, and then kind of a list of maps that I need to make. But let me walk you through this. So if I zoom way in here, okay. So this is the site plan. Okay, is it going to focus? Please focus. Nice. So I do have another piece of paper under here. It says Minecraft House, Sequoia, West Van. I started this in May, so it's been a little while. But essentially what I did, if I kind of peel these off here. Oh, it's very sticky. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no. This is old tape. Oh, no. I'm going to have to clean that later. That's fine. Everything's fine. Come on. Oh, there's like hair. All right. That's gross. Anyway, this is what the bottom looks like. So essentially, like, this is the cliff line. And then if I switch back to Minecraft, so you can kind of see the cliff line down there, right? So that's on the bottom. Kind of see that. There you go. Then you have the river on the right-hand side. So that'd be up here. And then each one of these represents the trunk of a tree. And then I have this overlay here. Let's get that in place. Okay. So then I kind of traced out this cliff. So it looks like that. And then I have kind of like low trees right here and here. So basically the footprint of the actual house itself. I really need to pay attention to these ones. Now these dots, I just put them as an overlay on top of those other ones that I just showed you. Those are trees that are kind of like higher up. So if I jump back into Minecraft here, put that full screen. This is the low tree. Then you have another kind of low tree right here. And then these higher trees, right? You see how the branches kind of start higher up? It's just to help me kind of mass out the house. And when I say mass, like massing, that's just like making the shape of the building itself. So when I do make the house, obviously need to take this one really into consideration. Let me try this again. I really need to take those low ones into consideration. And then these high ones here, it's more just the shadows. Now, one big effect, if I jump, back here, there you go. One thing I do need to take into consideration is that you have these trees here, but if I put the building like right up against it, you're going to have roots from these trees that go around. So that's why you don't want to have buildings right up against trees, because those roots, they're going to continue to grow. But that's kind of the idea. So I have this cliff down here. Again, north is up that way. The ocean is down this way. The river kind of goes up here. And then I have this nice city view over here. And if I jump back into Minecraft, there you go. I still got to figure out how to do like windowed, full screen windowed mode. I did find a mod for that, but it was kind of laggy and it was kind of stuttery. So I'm just going to deal with this for now. But this city view looks a little something like that. It's pretty cool. Kind of some clouds in the way. But yeah, you get the picture. We do have some Gastown buildings over there, some New York stuff, and then some Vancouver stuff here as well. But that is the nice city view over to the southeast. Then, if I go back here, there we go. So just kind of the big note, this terrain is flat. Yeah, it makes it a lot nicer and easier just to be able to plan all that stuff. But yeah, that's sort of what I'm going for. So, yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to pay attention to chat. No promises. But let's see here. I got to multitask. I also don't want to get too distracted by chat. Because otherwise I'm never going to finish this house. I've been working on this for since May. Let's see. I see you're talking about the temperature. It's pretty nice here. It's room temperature-ish here in Vancouver. But yeah, I don't know how you guys do that with all that crazy heat. But I like the weather over here. It's quite nice. Okay. I also have... Oh, wait. I got a little something here. So when I was out yesterday and stranded on the side of the road because I got a giant nail through my back tire of my motorcycle, I did some sketching just to try to figure out the design of this house. So I will walk you through that here. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to figure out this whole camera switching thing here at some point. Okay, there you go. Okay. So let's see if I can zoom. Nope. There you go. Okay. So here's just kind of some sketches that I did. So kind of the idea, like this is north up here. You have that cliff. I do want to have some landscaping along this cliff. And then you have the river over here. So basically the idea is kind of like up here. Whoop, come on, camera. Up here, we do have kind of that gap in the trees. So then I want to bring vehicles, well, probably not super big vehicles, but, you know, some sort of driveway down here. I want to have roughly an entryway here. Over on this side, sort of going towards the river, I do want it to be more like private areas. And when I say private, I just mean like bedrooms and things like that. I do maybe want to have a little studio kind of on this corner. And then over here, when I say public, this is more like, you know, your living room, your kitchen, your dining room. Places just to like hang out with other people. And then kind of in this corner here, so this is the southeast corner with that view of the city that's kind of down this way. I kind of want to have a nice big pool here. I think that would be quite nice. And then I also put this circulation right there so that this way, like you're going to get a lot of sunlight coming this way. So heating up this space, I think would be quite nice. Versus this on the north side is going to get less of the actual like solar heat. Because generally, I don't know about you guys, I prefer my bedroom to be a little bit colder, and I don't really need it to be like heated. I'm under blankets anyway, so that's fine. But that's just me. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea. How many bedrooms and the actual size of the house remains to be seen, but we will figure all of that out. So, whoop, nope, hold on. Still getting used to this. Okay, there we go. Cool. We are making progress. Nice. Oh, I had some other drawings. Wait. Nope, I'm not done yet. Hold on, go back. Okay, so I'm going to figure out this zoom direction here at some point. Okay, So as I was sitting on the side of the road waiting for the tow truck, I found some cool houses. Like I was up way in a spot called West Vancouver in the British properties. So I was like way, way, way up the hill. I also didn't have service, so I had to flag somebody down. But you'll see all that in the video. But yeah, I essentially for that public space, this one here. So kind of facing down this way is something like this. So I want a sloped roof like that. I want a nice deck across there, but then you have this beam going here, and then I also want another one kind of like that. But I also want to have these like wide overhangs so that when it is raining, I can go outside and still kind of like walk around and, you know, be able to be outside. This is a plan view. So if you take this one and then kind of go up like this is looking straight down. So you have this overhang. So this is like this is south facing down here. So I want this to be relatively deep, you know, just to prevent a bunch of heating, especially in like the early to mid afternoon. So that's pretty important. I was trying to draw something here of just doing concepts, and then no, that didn't work. I was like, what if I put the garage here and then I'll put the bedrooms here? And then I'm like, oh yeah, bedrooms need windows. That's important. And then this was the final one. So just a little something, just a house that I saw. So this is, again, facing that way. So that's the same as this drawing. So facing in that way, you have a beam this way and then a structural support going up right there. And then I kind of put it on stilts here. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that in Minecraft. We'll see. But yeah, looks a little something like that. This is kind of a plan view, so it sticks out like this and then goes back. So that's just kind of the basic idea of like what I want to do here. But yeah, it looks a little something like that. Nope. I always turn this thing the wrong way. Here. There we go. Okay, cool. Nice. So yeah, that's kind of the picture, kind of the idea that I'm going for. Yeah. All right. Let me check chat here, and then I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to make a coffee, and then we're going to get building. Because I have a tendency to live stream saying, I'm going to build some things, and then I just talk for 2 hours and then don't do anything. So I am going to build, because I have to build. I have to get this video done, because I'm running out of storage space on my external SSD, which I use to make videos. So, okay, let's see here. What's going on in chat? Pine time? It is pine time. Have you seen the new cushion blocks? Yes, I'm very excited to get those working. But before I use those, the rest of the plugins that we use on this server, they need to catch up here as well. So that's pretty important too. Can I go back in full screen? There you go. Haha. Cushion blocks? Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's see. Since when are you building with vanilla Minecraft textures? I haven't watched in a while. It's been probably 2 years or so. Yeah. I pretty much exclusively use vanilla at this point, just because I work on the city of Sequoia. And I got a lot of feedback over the past few years, like prior to me switching. You know, I get a lot of comments asking for me to build in vanilla because that's the most accessible. And not everybody can run texture packs or has access to texture packs, especially if you're on Bedrock. But I find this is the most accessible, so that's kind of why I switched. Let's see. I'm going to start a new city soon, maybe even later tonight. Whoa. Do you have any tips on how to start? Yes. Oh, boy, do I have a YouTube channel for you. Any more questions? I don't really know what to do first. What did you and your builders do with Sequoia? Okay. Here is a giant helpful tip. When you are building a Minecraft city, don't make one part and then expand endlessly outwards. You're going to get bored of it because you don't have it, like you're just building. Don't do that. Start one neighborhood or one district or whatever. Maybe you want to start with downtown. That's cool. Start with one area. Go off a couple thousand blocks, couple hundred blocks, whatever, into a completely separate area. Then start a new neighborhood with a new style, a new whatever, a new history. Build it in another place that's a little bit further away and disconnected. That's the important part. Make sure it's disconnected from your first spot. Now your goal is to connect those two. So you can literally like see where you're going. Otherwise, you're just going to get stuck forever expanding outwards and outwards and outwards, especially if you're in like a flat world, and you're going to drive yourself nuts, and then you're never going to finish it. I promise you. But if you have one spot here, and then you work on connecting them, then you can actually potentially make some progress. Otherwise, I promise you, you're going to struggle. But that's my biggest tip for starting a city. Otherwise, I got a lot of videos, so make sure to go check those out. Yeah, I should probably make new ones as well. But I also have a course, not to plug that, but alpine1.co in the description, City Design 101. Check it out. Okay, what else we got here? How do you stay motivated to keep working on it after months? Variety. And again, with those like two separate neighborhood ideas, but have lots of variety. Don't force yourself into like one box. Like in the city of Sequoia, we have a bunch of different styles. Like we have New York, we have Vancouver, a little bit of Toronto, San Francisco. We're going to have some Seattle at some point. But yeah, build what you want to build and then kind of like try to make it fit, but without being like too outlandish, I guess. Or if you want to, like it's Minecraft, you can do whatever you want. You should add a Walmart in Sequoia. That's a great idea. I do want to make that as kind of like a joke video. Let's see. When are you accepting applications for the building team? It's on like a rolling basis. I'm pretty picky with it. Here's the thing. I don't want Sequoia to be like a giant project. I don't want to manage 100 builders. Right now, we probably have like 20, 25 builders. I think that's pretty reasonable. Whenever I see an application that like really stands out from like the building perspective and like working with others, and I don't know, if you just seem like motivated, yeah, there's a good chance you'll hear back. But yeah, like I've gotten probably like 120 applications so far. But yeah, I'm very, very picky. Not in like a good or a bad way, I guess, but you know, these are people that I interact with like on almost a daily basis. So like, I'm not in the business of like managing projects. I want to build a Minecraft city, and I want people who are like competent and are able to like work out differences. That's really the big thing. And you know, be a good builder. I want to learn something from you too. So there's that component of it. And even if you are good, it's not like guaranteed that you're gonna like get in, but it kind of depends on like what we need in the city as well. But yeah, do they have Walmart in Canada? Yes, we do. Where do you apply? Alpine1.co. It'll be the link in the description. What's a mod that will game change a city beside World Edit and shaders? Voxy or Distant Horizons. That's the one I use here. If I spin around here, you can see super far. Usually, well, prior to Distant Horizons and Voxy, we used Dynamic Map or Dynmap. And then that was a Java server plugin, but it was so laggy and it's so obnoxiously annoying to use. Versus here, now you can just see everything anyway. And then you don't even need that plugin, which is a giant pain to set up anyway. Yeah, so it's so much easier. And you can like be in the world rather than like look at it through like a web page. Yeah, so that's pretty fun. Do you accept visitors? I got a little surprise coming. There is a possibility. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to tell you. There is a strong possibility that within the next probably couple months, maybe, I'm not sure on the exact timeline, but we're looking to set up a public server with Sequoia, separate from this. This is the builders only server. This one is going to stay the same, but we're probably going to set up a public server for the public to come visit, and then we'll just like update that server from the builder server once we make some progress. Then we'll maybe have some events or something on there. But stay tuned. I'm working with a company right now to maybe get that rolling. So that'll be fun. How is the airport? Airport is good. Real life one is good. In game one, there has been no progress since my last update video. I got a little bit burned out, which is why I didn't make videos for like a month and a half. Because, you know, I go to work, I work on an airport, I come home, and I build a Minecraft airport based on that airport pretty much. And I'm like, okay, I need a break. So, yeah. Do you accept visitors in Canada? Yes, Canada does accept visitors. I'm also not in charge of that. I don't know why you're asking me. Yes, you can come to Canada. Do you have a police station in Sequoia? I don't think we do. We have a fire station, but yeah. Stay hydrated, people. Okay, I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I'm just going to leave my microphone on. I'm not going to be able to read chat, so don't go too wild for the next 30 seconds. But I'm bringing my coffee. Okay, you ready? I know, this is really exciting. I got my Keurig. Here, let me show you what coffee I'm using. Hopefully it focuses. But Kicking Horse, Happy Camper, pretty good. It's a Canadian company. If they wanted to reach out and send me some free coffee, I wouldn't say no. Oh, I'm out of water. Hold on, fellas. Is this a good Minecraft live stream? I don't know. So far there hasn't been much Minecraft, but that's fine. Okay, let's make some coffee. Oh, do you guys want a little tour of the studio? Here, let me see if I can fix this. Okay. Couch stream. Peak content. Does Sequoia have a gang problem? I don't know. But here, let me give you. Okay, while my coffee's working on that, let me show you the little studio here. So I got a bookshelf here with some good stuff. I got some maps. Got my Vancouverism book. Pretty cool. I've got the dimensions of parking. Very exciting. My former boss gave that to me, which is actually going to be pretty useful when I want to like design parking garages. But I got a little plane up here. My boss also gave me this. It's kind of missing a little thing at the back there, but I'm going to use the overhead camera. And then when I'm talking about like roasting airports and stuff, if I want to like, you know, show you some demonstrations, then I can do that now, which is nice. I got my couch back here. Got it from Wayfair. Got a blanket. I got my big Monstera. I got my YouTube plaque down there. I don't know if I've ever shown you guys, but yeah, it looks like that. I've got my motorcycle helmet. There you go. That's it. Not bad. And then, yeah, I got my maps back here as well. Make that, don't fall, please. There you go. I got my maps back here. This is Vancouver Island. This is also Vancouver Island, but you have Metro Vancouver kind of up in that corner as well. But, yeah. So, I finally, oh, coffee, wait. Okay. Ah. Whoa. There you go. Haha. Alpine, you should join a motorcycle gang. I'm not joining a motorcycle gang. I don't even know how to I don't know how to find a motorcycle gang. I'll just find some dudes on Harleys and just pull up. I don't think that's going to end well, but Alpine 1 height reveal. Are you a mod? Wait, why do you have the thing? How's I don't know. Your name sounds familiar. Sparkle Fox? Wait a second. Oh, never. Oh my. That's my editor. I know exactly who you are. I'm like, wait a second. Who are you? That makes so much sense. I didn't recognize your name for a second. Yeah, I know exactly who you are. Okay. That makes way more sense. Okay. We are going to build. I promise. We're going to build. All right. Let me catch up on chat here. Let's see. Let's see. Coffee ASMR stream. Yeah. Let's see. Motorcycle club would be cool to build. Yeah, I agree. That would be kind of fun. Very nice studio. Appreciate it. Nice. Okay. Cool. Cool. Nice. Okay. Cool. So now that I have my coffee and I've got all my stuff, I've got my overhead camera looking good, pencil, pen, and I can use these to iterate here as well, which should be good. But I basically took some tracing paper and cut it up. One of them, which I am going to do, is actually this one over here. Here's how I kind of line it up. So you see on here, there's two dots. Basically, I'll line those up with the center of those low trees. So then basically I can take this pencil or the pen and kind of draw on top of it. Oh, is that it focusing? Come on, camera. There you go. Let me, hold on. If I poke it, is that going to work? Maybe. Okay, and now it should not focus on my hand. Is that working? Nice, cool. DJ Gaming, can't tell if you regularly stream, but this is the first I've joined. Love the city. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you for the $5. Oh, I realized, wait, you can't see me. Thank you for the $5. There you go. Okay. Yeah, pretty much the only reason I'm streaming is because I get so distracted when I'm not. I get distracted on stream too. Maybe it's a me problem. But anyway, okay. So let's build something, finally. Okay, let's see here. Let me get my keyboard ready to go here. Ready. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take wool and then I'm going to kind of size some things out. Yeah, okay, cool. And yeah, all right. So based on, hold on. I've got, oh, hello. Hi, Johnny. Johnny, are you watching? I don't know if Johnny's watching. We'll find out. But yeah, so based on this one here. So this is a plan view. This is an elevation. So this is kind of that part on the left. And then it kind of sticks out like this. So I'm basically just going to start here and do something like that. And it's going to be pretty simple to start here. Wait, come on. Here you go. Haha. Okay, cool. So I'm going to start like this. Let's see. I honestly don't. I get analysis paralysis. I'm sure you guys do too. But basically, there's so many options that I could do that I end up just doing nothing. So that's kind of what's happened so far. But I'm just going to take some wool. We're going to try to get this going here. All right. So I could make it on a diagonal. I don't know if I want to do that. That's kind of tough. But yeah, we will figure this out. Do I want to make it in the air? I can also dig into this part too. That's also an option. Okay. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? Oh, no. I don't know if I want to read that. What does that say? Hello, stream. That's you. You're stream. Or chat. Are you guys stream or chat? I don't know. I don't do this often. Anyway. With that being said, I am actually going to take these out. Just kind of cut in here a little bit. Because I do want to landscape this at some points. But, yeah. Do this. There you go. Okay, cool. Hello, stream. Sorry, I got to take your side out. Okay. So, this over here is roughly going to be the public area. And I'm trying to think ahead of whether I want this to be an even or odd number, but I am just going to kind of keep that like that for now. Now, similar to a house that I made in the city of Andia, like if you go to my popular videos, and then I think it has like 700,000 views, but it's like the wood house, like the log cabin or something. But I made it so that the living room's kind of over this way. But yeah, we'll see how that works. And I got to be careful not to go too close to those trees. Definitely don't want to do that. But okay, so let's use. Maybe if I could remember how to build in Minecraft, that would be fantastic. But I'm just gonna box this out essentially. So this is kind of like the public area. So this is like your living room, things like that. But yeah, we'll do something like that. And then for the privates area, I'm just going to use like a light gray wool. So this is more like the bedrooms over here. I might actually kind of trim this a little bit, but obviously I don't want to get like too close over there. Now that I'm looking at this, maybe diagonal woodwork. I don't know. But yeah. Do they have much French heritage in Vancouver? I know there is an intersection or a couple blocks, I think in Mount Pleasant, that does have a French community. I forget where it is, but I think it's around like 12th or something. Yeah, I also speak French. I'm not great at it, but, you know, a little rusty. But yeah, okay. So over here, basically on this corner, I kind of want to have like a pool and like kind of an outdoor space. I don't need like a huge amount of space for it, and I can probably push that up pretty far. So I think that should be okay. And then out here, have a little deck. It doesn't have to be like huge over there, but bring us back to like here maybe. Do something like this. I am using Bliss shaders. I see somebody said something about shaders. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. But yeah, okay. So I'm just going to block this out. Sort of public, privates. I'm thinking about having a garage down here, right? Because you kind of have this. Oh, yeah, I was going to do some gimmicky thing where I like try to build in survival. Just get that out of here. Yeah. And you can see the date on here, too. May 2026. It's a little old. But yeah. So little driveway is going to go down here. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I do have to be worried about drainage a little bit because the water is going to flow down here. So maybe if I want to drop this down a little bit and then kind of build the foliage and the greenery back up. So that way it kind of like dips down and you have like a nice little area for the water to pool. Because all of this water up here, it's also going to flow. Oh, actually, no. Oh, no, it'll flow into the river over here. So that's good. So I don't have to worry about this too much. This one's going to go down here. Maybe there'll be a little ditch here or something. Okay, I don't think I have to worry about it too much, but maybe I'll put a little something around here just to kind of like divert the water this way because I really don't want it going into the foundation of my house. That's also a very important component of this. But yeah. Pearl says, could you send me your shader settings for the server? Pearl, I'm streaming, man. Remind me later. Send me a message later. I'll help you out. This is like the worst possible time, but that's okay. I see Pearl's trying to figure stuff out in the chat. Pearl, we'll help you out. Get Alpha to send the schematic later. Cool. Appreciate it. Yeah. Okay. So you have public. You have privates. Let's see. And then over here, this is going to be kind of the outdoor area. So I do want a deck here. I do want it to be elevated a little bit. I am using Axiom, so if I hold my left Alt key, then these pop up. I want to make sure that these ones are on. So that's, if you do have, oh, is there actually any grass blocks? There's actually no grass blocks. Interesting. Okay, never mind. I was going to say if there was grass blocks and then I put something on top of it. Usually, you know how it like turns to dirt, and I don't want that to happen when I'm building. But there's none here anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, okay. That works. That's fine. What I am actually going to do is on my other monitor, I am going to pull up Pinterest because there was kind of a house in Los Angeles that I had in mind. I was also supposed to tour like a real cool house in West Vancouver, but that fell through, unfortunately. Maybe I'll see if I can find it again. But let's see. Los Angeles. I don't think I can show you guys Pinterest because of copyright, which is unfortunate. But what's the name of that one? Do you guys know? Okay, architecture people, help me out here. There is I believe it's a mid-century modern house. It's in Los Angeles. I know that. It's up in the Hollywood Hills. It's like glass walls. It's super iconic. It has a beautiful view of downtown LA and like most of LA. Um, I think the color scheme is like very thin white, like roof, and then just like glass walls. And it's kind of like cantilevered a little bit. Do you guys know the name of that one? Can you guys help me out? Chat, please help. It's 2-1 Spain. Cool. I'm a neutral observer in this. But do you guys know which one I'm talking about? That house in Los Angeles? I'm trying to find the name of it. Reverse Batman. I don't think that's it. Maybe you're talking about something else. But oh no, I found it. The Stall House. That's it. It's that there. That's what you call it. Uh-huh. So let me search for that. I see. Because I want this to be like really, really simple. I don't want to overcomplicate this. I'm going to start really simple. I'm going to start with the structure. And then from there, if I want to kind of expand it outwards, I can do that. But that's kind of how I make most of my buildings. Like start really, really simple, and then you kind of start to make edits. So, okay. I got some nice pictures here. Again, I don't think I can show it, but if that in the bottom corner there, the Stall House, Stahl, if you Google that, that's the one I'm sort of inspired by. So let me see. Okay, we'll keep that one. All right. Cool. Okay, I can do that. I'm just looking at the inside. They've got some like cool wooden beams going on, which I'm a big fan of. Okay. I can do that. Okay, alrighty. Let's see here. Get some coffee going. We're 41 minutes into the stream and I've made 2 rectangles. How's that for progress? That's pretty good. The Stall House. Yeah, yeah. I think you guys said that before I found it, so thank you guys. Boj RTX and oh, that's a fun name. I'm not saying that, dude. Somebody else said Stallhouse too, but I can't say your username. I mean, I could, but it's not a good look for a Minecraft YouTuber. Nice. Do you guys drink coffee, by the way? How old are you guys? Just from like YouTube statistics, it says most of my audience is between like 18 to 24, I think. Like 40%. I don't know how true that is, but I am curious. 78. Are you actually 78? If so, that's cool. 18, 19, 28, 67. No, you're not. Nobody's 67. That's a lie. You did lie. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I guess the age range, at least for now, kind of makes sense because I mean, if you're like, I'm 27, but if you're my age on a Friday, if you're not taking vacation like I am, then you're probably working, at least depending on where in the world you are. I think like 40% of my audience is from the US as well. So timing wise, I think that makes sense. But light roast for coffee, flat white if we're talking espresso. Yeah. There's a spot in Vancouver. They do Venezuelan coffees. It's very, very good. I had one yesterday. But yeah, okay. Let's get back to this. So, oh yeah, there's shelves now too. Shelf. I could potentially do that. So if I want to go for like kind of a light look, which I think is probably the move. Let's see. Pale oak. I can do signs. I've got that one. I've got fences. Take some of that. What about flooring? What does your flooring look like? Stall house? Because you know how some houses, they'll use tile all over the place? I don't like that at all. I really don't like that. Is that carpet? It's kind of hard to tell on my screen. We got some carpet. Yeah, it does look like carpet. Huh, okay. All right. I could maybe do that. I'm from Brazil. Hello, I'm from Canada. Yeah, okay. So, I am excited for those the wall stairs. Like I've been wanting that since like 1.5. But yeah, okay. That works. We can make some progress here. Maybe okay, I'm this is not staying this way, but I'm just going to use stone for now and then replace it later. But yeah, okay. I can do that. Bliss shaders, Axiom, World Edit, and Vanilla textures. Yep, and Voxy. Those are the mods I'm using. Yeah, cool. So there is okay. One of our builders, his name is Beppis. He does not like when I use clear glass. For some reason, like default clear glass. He hates it. I don't know why, but he hates it. And he's really tried to convince me not to use it. I'm sorry, Beppis, I might go that way. Or there's another building technique that I've seen on some other Minecraft servers where they don't use glass at all. So basically, you can walk through all the windows, which obviously in survival, that's not going to be great. You're going to have zombies coming in left and right. But it is an option. Whether or not it's a good option, I don't know. That remains to be seen. But yeah, we'll see how this works. You know, I'm just going to go for everything pale here. Okay, so here, this distance is 11. Hold on. I'm going to create a palette. Let me try that. That one, that one, that one, that one, and that one as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with the structure here. So I have Axiom. So I'm holding left alt. I have that one, and that one on. And if I just right click, it toggles through this. So I want to do something like that. And then if I go here, scroll the stack, 2, 3, look in that direction, confirm. There you go. Now we have a column. Also, you guys see that building in New York that's like borderline collapsing? The Pfizer building that's under renovation where like they called them beams that buckled beams. They're not beams. Column, beam. Column, beam. This is not a beam. Column, beam. Drives me nuts. Come on, people. But yeah. Anyway, that's just my little rant. Anyway, bring this one over here. This house is at a 1.5 to 1 scale. So let's see here. Taking a look at this picture here, and I do have chat covered up, so I'm gonna check it in a little bit. Also, I get distracted constantly, which is not your fault. That's my fault. I get distracted all the time from chat because it's fun. But let's throw that one there, that one there, and then stack that one over there. Okay. Now, I'm just going to make the structure, the actual proportions itself, I'm probably going to change. But, yeah, okay. I also don't want to copy it exactly. But let's see if we can get some structure going here. So there are some smaller wooden beams, which I could use that or that for. Or, honestly, signs might be pretty good. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. First of all, how wide is this? That's 9. That one's 8. Let's just make this one 9 as well. Okay. So actually, maybe what I will do, because I did this for the airport too. Actually, let me just show you what concept I'm talking about here. Okay, real quick, here's the airport. If we fly up, you can see it is all on the same grid and divided into subgrids here. But let me go down here. Quick elytra flight. And we will come in this way. So actually, it's a little dark in here. Let me go this way. So in here, if you look at the ceiling and where the supports are, they actually make squares. So especially, I don't worry about that. But you can see that each one of these, I believe, is 21 blocks apart, but they're in like a perfect square pattern. So that it makes it super easy to expand and contract the airport if and when you need to make modifications. That's just the way that I approach it. So I want to apply that similar concept also to the house. So if we go back here, it's at a much smaller scale. So instead of being 21 across, this one is just going to be 9 across. And this is at a 1.5 to 1 scale. So in reality, what's that, like 6, 7? Sorry, had to do it. I don't know if that's the number. Hold on. 9 divided by 1.5. Yeah, it's 6. That's so easy. I didn't need a calculator for that. Come on, I have an engineering degree. I should know better. Oh, well, that's fine. All right. So let's go like that. Control R. And I'm going to go down like that. So now I actually want to make this line up there. So maybe what I'll do is here, let's actually take this one, rotate, and I just want to make this one connect just like that. So now I'm actually just going to remove this because I kind of have a picture of what I want it to look like. And let's see, take that one, make sure that is still within the bounds. That looks good. And I can change this and shift this around in a little bit. But yeah, I want to keep this very, very, very simple. So do something like that. And then I will also take, this one. Bring it over this way. Oh, that's going into the tree. I don't like that. Here, let me throw this up here for 1 second. And make sure copy error is off. We will go up here. And, okay, so just have to be careful here. So ignore this down here. But, you come here. Okay, that's a little better. So I am going to have to trim this tree slightly, but the actual trunk of the tree is like way in here. So I think that should be okay. So we'll do a little something like that. Andrew's back. Hello, Andrew. Yeah, okay. So that works. And I'm just going to trim that. So, okay. That should be all right. And you guys can hear my Minecraft sounds, right? Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So now I can take this. You go all the way down here. Make sure that lines up. That looks good. And now I can basically just take this out because I kind of have a picture of the size. There we go. Okay. Now this is just the basic structure. I can add things on the side as well, or like expand and contract. But honestly, I think this is probably the easiest way to make pretty much any building in Minecraft. But I could do that. And then I will take this one. Make sure that's there. And then stick another one right there. Okay, so there's a really, really basic structure. This house is also not going to be like giant. And, you know, we can do some tricks to make it feel more compact. But, yeah. Pale oak. These are diorite walls. Yeah, I know. I know what it is. I definitely didn't call it granite the other day. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Silly Ninja asks, do you use different building methods depending on whether a build will be viewed up close or from a distance? Yes. How? That's a good question. I don't know. If you're looking at it from a distance, you don't need as much detail. And there's certain, like here, take a look at the sign right here. So if you want to use signs on a build that you're going to see up close, great. But if you back up a little bit, it should despawn. Yep, there you go. Whoa. Hold on. If I go back in here, there you go. So there's like certain blocks that'll disappear. So that's kind of the key components they need to keep in consideration. But yeah. Call granite andesite. Oh yeah, I think you made that comment too. That's how I know about it. Okay, let's see here. My world edit is not working. I click on the right side and mark the second point. I'm sorry, man. I can't help you right now. There's lots of YouTube tutorials that should be able to help you, but I'm technically illiterate. Not for words, but for coding and figuring out plugins. I have people to help me with that. And that's also why I keep this server like really, really simple. Coffee. Good stuff. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's actually go to the overhead camera here. Alrighty. And, all right. So, let me throw this microphone up here real quick and get nice and comfy. Flows creations. You can download mods so that signs don't disappear. Yeah, that is true. I guess the big thing within Sequoia, I want anybody to be able to join with no mods and still be able to experience and enjoy the city. That's kind of the big thing with Sequoia. But if you want to do that, go for it. But okay, so as I mentioned earlier, this is our site plan. North is up this way. You have those low trees, then the larger trees up here. And then you have this cliff line right here, the river, the ocean, that nice city view back down. I guess you can't see that. Back down this way. So I'm taking my tracing paper. Then I have those two dots. I'm going to line those up right here and right here. And then I'm basically going to take my pen here. And then based on what we were just working on, I'm just sort of going to try to trace it out. So it's not going to be perfect, but well, something like this. That might be a little too big. But basically, this is kind of the idea. So you have sort of an entryway over here. Probably a living room over here. Something like that. Then you're going to have bedrooms back here. I'm probably going to have some vehicle parking here. What that's going to look like yet, I don't know. Car. Put that there. Right here. Going to have some circulation. That just means it's a hallway. And then you're going to have windows along here. And then these are beds and bathrooms. So kind of in this area here. And then somewhere in here, you're going to have a kitchen and then a dining room. Sort of an entryway over here. But that kind of like separates it. So that, like if you have guests over, they come in here and then they can enjoy this area. And then they're probably going to have like a bathroom like kind of over here. Because, you know, if you have guests over, you don't want them walking all the way down there, like into the private area. But, you know, if you just kind of like keep it relatively close, then that should work. Yeah, you got the circulation here. I did mention I might want a little studio down here. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but we will find out. And then out here, I'll just kind of roughly outline a little something here. I do want a nice big pool. And then this is just sort of like outdoor patio space, sort of. What it actually looks like over here, I don't know. How far this way it goes, I also don't know. But yeah, we can do a lot of cool stuff here. I'm just going to put maybe like a dashed line here. It's just kind of like a rough idea. But yeah, something like this. I think that works. If there's any architects watching this or anybody with experience doing this, when for some reason you're not working right now, or you are working and you're just watching this live stream, I would love to have any feedback. Is it just me or does it look like a face? What do you mean? Oh, like with the eyeballs up here? Maybe. Could be. But, yeah, cool. Okay. So, got a little something there. So that works. I think, honestly, that works. You're going to have... Here, let's see here. Let me pull my keyboard back. One of the little feet things on my keyboard keeps falling off. I need some super glue, but that's fine. I have some other markers here. Wait. There we go. Okay. Let me grab some stuff out of here. Designer here, that should be working. I would love any feedback that you can give me on anything I'm working on. Don't hold back. I can take it. But, yeah, okay. So I guess. Actually, I probably want... What are these? Orange. Lots of orange. Got a little bit of red. And, yeah, okay. So that's fine for now. Let's take this. Everything but a ruler. I got some rulers, but these are just like concept drawings real quick. Eventually I might decide to do some more like neat ones. But yeah, I got rulers. Okay, lots of good stuff. Ruler. Other ruler. You think I don't have rulers? Do you know who I am? I've got so many rulers. And by so many, I mean 2. Also, this thing is kind of a ruler, except, you know, you can't, you know what I mean. Night Stalker says, not much to add. I'm in landscape architecture, so won't have anything to do. Let's do the patio. Yeah, yeah. We will do the patio. If you stick around long enough, then yeah, we'll get there. Anything is a ruler if you try hard enough. I don't know if that's true, but sure, dream on, man. Coffee. Okay. So, I want to talk about the circulation of this for a second. So I'm just going to walk you through my process. Keep in mind, I don't actually know what I'm doing with this, but this is just me kind of, you know, guessing. Okay. So you have vehicles coming in this way. Some sort of entry. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I don't know if I'm going to make it diagonal. I don't know what this is going to look like, but going to have an entryway here. And then all of this red, this is just like where people are actually, you know, walking around. So kitchen, dining room somewhere in there, maybe. Probably over on this side. I don't know. I could have a little seating area over here as well, maybe, depending on the size. Because, you know, in-game, it does feel quite small. So I do have to be kind of careful about this. But you're going to have people going in here. A little bit of circulation over here. I may end up cutting this section off on the end because technically you don't really need it. So I could actually cut it there. Otherwise, this is more just like wasted space. But we'll see about that. And then in the living room, so you have people kind of going around here-ish. And then probably going to have some doors going out here. Some other doors here, maybe. And then obviously lots of circulation around this pool. I know it's looking a little messy, but just bear with me. Yeah, so it looks a little something like that. Now, I am going to have to figure out where I want to put like walls and things. So if I want to separate the kitchen and the living room, if I want to do like a half wall, I might put it like right here. So then this line would get like shifted over. But this is kind of the basic idea of what the circulation sort of looks like. Probably not a whole lot of circulation on this side, but yeah, a little something like this. But I don't know. This is me just brainstorming. I don't actually know what I'm doing, just by the way. Hey, Dean's here. Hi, Dean. Dean's one of our builders here in the city of Sequoia. Architect in training, so I'm going to learn instead. Hey, very nice. Night Stalker says, so this is back to ruler. So favorite little ruler hack is any plastic card. Are you just trying to get me to show you my credit card? Nice try. I'm not doing that. Drawing as gracefully as a landscape architect. Oh, I hope not. Nice. Okay. Hello, aviation lover 350. My day is going well. I'm playing beach volleyball later, so it's going to be fun. But for now, I'm trying to figure out this house. Oh, I see, Knight. I see. Okay. So that's kind of the picture with the circulation here. Again, I'm using tracing paper. You can buy this from pretty much any art supply store. But 1, 2, line those up with the trees. So it goes right about there. So that's sort of the picture of what I'm doing here. So if I go, oh, there I am, back into full screen here. Okay. Oh, I seem to this little thing here, the little foot on my keyboard, it keeps falling off. I've had this keyboard for like 5 years. It's a great keyboard, but it's showing its age. It's a Keychron K3 for those wondering. It's a great keyboard. I reached out to them to maybe sponsor it, but they never responded. But I like their products. Yeah. There's another Minecraft architect called Zach. He said a window is just where you want to hold it be, but you can't for thermal reasons. It doesn't exist in Minecraft. I need more coffee, and I'm going to read that again later. I don't understand. I'm going to take your word for it that makes sense, but I just can't read right now. Does this much care go into every building? No. Just the ones where I make YouTube content about it. Yeah, and now that I have this set up and then my overhead camera, I'm going to try to make more stuff because it's easier. Instead of having to like plan out literally everything, shoot everything, and then compile everything from different SD cards. And then, yeah. Sorry to hear about your city getting corrupted there, Z7. But it's an opportunity to start a new one. Maybe it's just redirection. But did you hand build the ground texturing? I think Beppis used some Axiom stuff for it. There's some gradient tools. Like if I do... Wait. Okay, if I go into my inventory, I have Axiom. So if I do gradient helper, you can start with different things. I'm not very good at it, but I'm pretty sure that's how he ended up doing that. But yeah, okay. Okay, we are at 1 hour, so let me get a move on. Okay, I gotta stop looking at chat. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna check chat later. I'm gonna have... Okay, my Pinterest is now open over my chat. You guys are great to talk to, but I get so distracted. Okay. Hey, it's Dean. Hi, Dean. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's grind this house out, because I think I have about 2 hours worth of storage for my recording. So I have about a little bit less than an hour to figure this out. Okay. So I'm basically just going to keep this super simple. And yes, my houses do normally look like garbage for a while, and then eventually maybe they'll look okay. So do something like that. Fill hand, radius of 30, depth of 1. There we go. Okay. And, okay, so let's... Oh, I wanted... What do you call it? I wanted the sloped roof. But this house that I'm taking inspiration from does not have a sloped roof. Ah. Guys, I don't know how to build in Minecraft. It's kind of a struggle. Okay, I think... I don't know what I'm doing. Let me... Hold on. Let me take this. Do a little something like that. I have no clue what I'm doing. Okay, let's see. A little something there, a little something there. Okay. That looks good. Okay. So I'm honestly probably just going to start by doing this. Throw a little roof on there. I've changed the style of this thing so many times. I kind of want that sloped roof. I kind of want it. But then I need it to be not that, a different wood. What am I doing? I have no clue what I'm doing. You know what? We don't need no sloped roof. Let me do this instead. That one, that one, that one. You come over here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. I'll take this one, just kind of throw that over there. There's going to be a lot of iterating with this, just by the way. But let me, whoop. Something there. And actually, I want to go just all the way through with that. There you go. Okay, and then I think I'm going to keep this beam. That's a beam. Media outlets. Let me take this one out. So now it's kind of in two separate areas. So 1 and 2. Just like we talked about. So then now, clone, take you. And I'm going to take this one and stack you all the way down. Okay, there you go. So there's a nice simple structure. Something like that. And I don't know what this side's going to look like yet, but what I can actually do, I do actually want to bring this one. Let me take you. Nope. Take that one. Do a little something there. Did I screw that up? I definitely did. Take that one, put that there, and then before you guys mention it, yes, I am going to change this one. 2, 3. Nope. Come here. Cool. We got it. Okay. Making progress. I'm going to check chat here in a little bit, but I got to concentrate. Sorry. Got to concentrate. Okay. Do I actually want to move this house down into the ground, or do I want to keep it above? I'm going to change... I think I want to change that wood. No, you know what? We'll keep it for now. We'll keep it for now. Okay, so let's actually go here. I'm gonna make this driveway here, so then I can kind of like shift the house to accommodate that. So we have a jump down here, which is not tiny. I'm gonna keep it really simple with some stone. Just do something like this. So, how steep is too steep? Let's do 4. Do a little something here. Take these ones out. I feel bad destroying this landscape because it's actually quite nice. Okay, and then what I'm actually going to do, pull that one. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but whatever. It's probably going to look whack, but that's fine. So what if... Yeah, that's all right. So maybe I'll bring the other terrain kind of up to meet it. A little bit. Like I could probably shift, clone this one. And take you, move 1 up, replace it with 3, which is dirt. Something like that. And actually, probably do the same thing there. Okay, that works. I don't have any texturing on this right now, but we'll save that for later. Do something like this, maybe. That works. That seems fine. And then, you know, we can do a little something like that, I guess. 4. Set that to 1. And then something like that. Okay, this works. And do a little something like that. Okay, I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it works. Now I need to find a car to put there. Yeah, okay. So if I go to a different warp here, fly down here. I like this car. I made this car, but I think I have a different copy of it that also includes the sides. Haha. Okay, so I am going to take you. So this is the Alpine 3 car. So I need that one. Oh, no, this one's different. Never mind. Nope. I do actually want the other one. Fly back here. Take this one. And you come here. And if I go back, there you go, middle mouse button, click. Haha. We are making progress. So do that one, and then what I actually need to do is take this, Control F. Go there, there you go. Haha. And then just throw a little something there. You know what? Nope. Let's do that. Okay, that works. Nice little car. Looks pretty good. Okay, time to check chat because I haven't been paying attention. Where in Sequoia is this? This is West Vancouver. So all the way over there, that's downtown. And you got West Vancouver here. Oh, look, there's an actual house. I do need to figure out drainage on the roof. The roof is probably going to change. But I'm just going to keep it like that for now. What time zone are you in? Pacific. That's an extremely steep driveway. Yes, I agree. There's a lot of really, really steep driveways in this area in real life. Hi, Colton. Thank you for the 5 highs. Tomorrow I'll help you pay right by becoming a member. Hey, I appreciate you. Let's see. Also, question for you guys. Is it 60 FPS for you guys? I just want to make sure, because on my OBS, it seems to be a little laggy. But sometimes it kind of tries to trick you. Like I got 60 FPS. It's very smooth on my screen. I shot an SUV. We do have some SUVs. It's not a bad option. Quality's good. Nice. Cool. Good to hear. I'm really glad it's actually working. Hopefully the recording also actually works. Yeah, cool. All right. So, all right. Yeah. We're making some good progress here. So for the actual water drainage that I mentioned a while ago, I think the water is probably going to drain like right in here and then kind of get pushed over this way. Like along here. So that works. And then that'll kind of go down here. And in real life, in this location, there is actually like a tiny little waterfall, which again, you'll see in this video when it eventually comes out. So that's fine on that side. Over here, water will come here and then hopefully drain out this way. Should be fine, I think. Yeah, should be all right. Okay. All right. That's not bad. Maybe what I actually want to do, because especially over in like the bottom part of the mountains, which this is, like we'll fly up here and you can see like how expansive these mountains are. Like they go back for thousands of blocks. But a lot of this water is obviously going to go down the hill and then end up right here, which, by the way, these shaders look beautiful. This looks great. So I do have to be a little bit careful about that. Yeah. So I got to pay attention to the water drainage. So with that being said, I kind of want it to be elevated a little bit. It doesn't have to be. You can do water control and it should be fine. I don't think many places actually do this in Metro Vancouver. Some might, but you know, that's fine. Hi, Meta. Hi, JJ. How you doing? What about an electric sliding gate? Yeah, that could work. That might be more of a detail for like the very end though. But yeah, okay. So maybe what I'm actually going to do, I'm probably going to change this flooring later, but I do actually want to bring this out just a little bit. I don't know if I want to like cantilever it out. I don't know yet. But yeah, we can do a little cantilever, I think. So if I take, whoa, that one, this one, do a little something like that. Obviously that doesn't look great when it's like a full block there, so I might switch it to like some sort of slab. But coming out here, like this is pretty nice. Like that's a sweet view. That's a very nice view. And especially once we get all these trees and stuff going, and then we populate everything on the other side there too. Then it's gonna look pretty nice. But yeah, cool. Can do that. I am gonna take some sort of stone maybe, and just gonna take regular stone for now. Again, this is all gonna change. But let's take this. Whoop, kind of like that. And maybe I'll pull this like I want a nice big outdoor space. So you get lots of sunlight here. So this is facing south. So you're going to get a lot of morning sunlight. And in the evening, it's going to be kind of over here. So, it'll be a little bit blocked right here. But over here with this pool, it's going to be quite nice. So that's pretty good. Now there is going to be a wall here. So one question I have to ask myself is, do I want this area and that area to be separate? Or do I want to expand this out and just kind of like let you walk over? I don't know. It would be kind of nice to have an outdoor space over here that's disconnected from this. So that way, if you're in like the studio or a bedroom or something over here, you can walk over here and it's sort of like more of a private area, like kind of tucked in the corner. Then maybe you could walk all the way up here, check out the river. I don't know. Or there'll be stairs down to the cliff, or from the cliff down to the beach. That's a great idea. I might actually do that. Hello from Germany. Hello, JJ. Did I mention that already? I think I responded to that one. Alpine, for the landscape, is it exaggerated vertically or is it also 4:1? It is 4:1. I think the slopes should be the same. Might be slightly different. But yeah, which facade gets the most afternoon sunlight? So that would be like, yeah, your western facade. That one's going to get the most sunlight. But in this particular case, we have a lot of trees here. So you'll get some sunlight over here. Like if I changed P time at 3 p.m. So this is 3 p.m. It's kind of hiding back there. So the shadows look they're kind of hard to see. But yeah, like back here, there's a lot of shade, which is quite nice. So I don't have to worry about that too much. But here I'm probably going to do more of a solid wall just to kind of keep it out. Don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but we could have a little fireplace or something too. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, I'm probably going to keep this section here mostly solid just to keep out that afternoon sun. But hey, the house is taking some shape. Take a little screenshot there. Looks pretty good. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Our family is going to Canada on holiday soon. Halifax and also Vancouver. Those are very far apart. Is there any cool buildings in Vancouver that aren't in downtown? There's actually quite a few. Vancouver's got lots of great stuff. Outside of downtown, let's see. I I'd say like walk along the seawall, like along False Creek on the south side. Go past like Science World, go past Olympic Village. You can walk all the way to Kitsilano if you want. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of great stuff. Even if you want to go up to like Broadway, there's some kind of cool buildings up there as well. Although there's a lot of traffic up there, so I don't know. Like if you're bringing your family, you might not enjoy that part as much. But yeah, honestly, if you want to like leave a comment on like either a YouTube video or like an Instagram post or something, just like mention that this is you and that you're looking for like ideas for like cool buildings. Yeah, let me I can see if I can help you out because I'll see that notification. But yeah, I can help you out. How's it going, Tree Boy? Is that me? Am I Tree Boy? Oh, Pine. Yeah, that is me. Good. Doing good. Vancouver, there's a really cool bridge called the Capilano Bridge. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we could do that too. In real life, the Capilano Suspension Bridge is kind of over that way. There's also by the way, insider knowledge, not really insider, but if you come to Vancouver and you go to the North Shore across the inlets, there's the Capilano Suspension Bridge, which costs money. Or you could go to the Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge. It's smaller, but it's free. I like that one a little more. Just my personal opinion. I also haven't been to the Capilano Suspension Bridge because it's so expensive, but that's just me. It is. People have said that the Capilano Suspension Bridge is actually quite a nice experience, especially if you haven't been to Vancouver. They have like treetop walks and stuff, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Vancouver House is this building right there by Mata Arch. I think Mata's. No, he's not on the server. He's texting in here though. But Mata, I don't know if you're watching or not. But anyway, I have about I think half an hour before my space runs out in my recording. So let me chop. Okay, let's get a little pool here. Let's get that going. The map is 10,000 by 10,000 blocks, approximately. So maybe what I want to do. So okay, we have a couple options. You know how there's sometimes like those infinity pools that kind of go up to the edge. I don't know if I want to do that. I could, but I think I'd probably want it to be a little bit higher because you have to have the glass on the side to do that. There's Mata. Hello, Mata. Mata, are you watching the stream? I see Mata joining down here. We're about to find out. But yeah, so probably a little pool. Again, I'm just going to make this super rectangular for now. I want it to be a pretty sizable pool. So do a little something like that. Nice big pool. And I kind of want it tucked in this corner so that it gets lots of sunlight. Hello, Meta. Yeah, so I can do something like that. And then fill 1 is stone, radius of 30, depth of 1. So it looks a little something like that. Boom. Haha. Okay. So a little something like that. This gives you enough space to kind of walk around. I may actually decide to extend this out. Should I? Maybe. I do kind of like how rectangular everything is. Oh, I have an idea. Hey, wait a second. Mata has no clue that he thinks I'm recording, but I'm live streaming. He has no idea. What I can do is I'm actually going to move this up and then have maybe a little clear story window here. So I can do something like that. And if I take these and go 1 up, do a little something like that maybe. And I might take this one and clone that down just so that these ones have something to connect into. I know they're not actually connecting into it, but yeah. I might apply for builder. Can I do it without Discord? You do need Discord to become a builder here. That's like how we communicate. And if you see people like talking in here, you can see it says Discord as well. You can like chat from the builder Discord into the server. You do need Discord. I'm actually going to take these out. I'm going to re-landscape all this. But You know, I might just bring this out a little bit more just to exaggerate it. Kind of tuck that in there, maybe. There you go. That's a little more clean. But again, nice and simple. And yes, this is lots of vertical space, which is nice. Here's the thing. When you have more vertical space, it makes it feel like the walls are kind of closing in a little bit. Versus if you bring the ceiling lower, the aspect ratio kind of like expands out like that way. I don't know how to speak English, but yeah, so you just have to kind of be a little careful about that. Now that I'm kind of looking at it, I kind of maybe want to like pull it out that way a little bit. Because I like this. This is a nice ratio here. I like that. But then this feels a little bit taller. So, and this is like the public area. Not actually public because it's a house, but could do something like that. Maybe. If I put it up by like 2. Let's take that one. I do have to be careful of these trees. 1, 2. Not destroying anything. Good. Very nice. There you go. So that's a little bit wider here. There you go. That's lots of space. Okay, that works. Who knew that a couple boxes could be so complicated? And then I would get a nail through my tire trying to design this stupid thing. Oh well, it's worth it. Okay. So we'll do that. So now that that ratio is out, I might actually pull this one also out by 1. Just to make it a little more proportional. That's not bad. Okay, I could do that. Rainy in the chat is saying we should throw a party in the house next door to his. Do it, Rainy. Do it. Oh man, I got my nice red car here. Okay. So I think like the entrance to the house is probably going to be like right here-ish. I am going to take some cyan wool. And I'm going to start kind of marking out some walls here. Actually, you know what? Better idea. I'm going to use cyan for windows. Because it's like a bluish. And we use yellow for walls. Just for now. So, solid wall. Maybe with some windows up top. I don't know yet. Just keeping it real simple. And then these ones are going to be mostly glass walls. So the climate here in Metro Vancouver, at least by Canadian standards, is very mild. So you can use a lot more glass, especially with newer technologies, compared to, you know, some more harsh climates where it might be a little more tough. I'm going to do a solid wall here, maybe. And then there's, yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's all going to change at some point. For now, I'm just going to put a solid wall back here. There are going to be some windows because these are going to be bedrooms. But we'll do something like this. But, yeah, okay. All right. Now, whether or not the entrance goes here, in the middle, or over here, I don't really know yet. We'll figure that out. But, yeah. Hey, Bubba Flubba, what's up? Is this my Sequoia summer home? Maybe it is. I don't know. Some good stuff. Bubba, you can come visit anytime. You can come check out this house. I don't think you're on the server, but if you want to join, send me a DM. Just on Discord. I'll get you set up. Probably not right now because I'm streaming, but, you know, next time. Yeah, but yeah, cool stuff. And, yeah, all right. For now, I'm just going to solid wall, cross that off right there. Entrance approximately right here. Okay. So now we kind of have, like, the structure of the building, which looks tight. It works. Then you're going to have the bedrooms down here. Maybe a little studio out here. Maybe a little garden, something like that. But honestly, for putting this house off for the past 2 months, or at least going up and visiting places in real life to like find inspiration for it. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad I've actually made some progress on the actual build. But yeah, okay, that works. That is not bad. Trying to think about the geometry. Something I could do here. Again, the roof may change. I don't know. But okay, so let's go into something called functional programming. So essentially, functional programming is just figuring out how much space you need for each type of function and what functions you actually need, and then you're kind of like mixing them together. Yeah, so if I jump back to this one here, that's sort of what we were doing here. So you got the circulations, bedrooms and bathrooms, you got the entryway and the living room. So far we are, actually following this plan, which is kind of nice because usually I go off the rails all the time. But yeah, it looks a little something like that. So let's actually go ahead in Minecraft and I'm going to take some signs and then I'm just going to literally list out what kind of rooms I actually want to have. Yeah, so let's do that. So, oh yeah. Got to turn these off. Aha, okay. Let me try this again. Kitchen. Living room. Dining room. Okay, so those ones are going to go in this like public area. So you got those ones. And then a bathroom. So that's more like the public area. You have people over. You don't want them walking through your like private bedroom space to get to a washroom or a bathroom. In Canada, we say washroom. Okay. Here's how I see it as a Canadian. It's a washroom if it's in public. It's a bathroom if it's in your house or your apartments. My fellow Canadians, am I right on that one? I think I'm right on that one, but back me up. Got a question. What type of computer do you use? Because mine can't run something like this. I have, okay. Right now, I have 32 gigabytes of RAM and an RTX 5070. Works great. Prior, I had 16 gigabytes of RAM and an RTX 2060. It didn't run this quite as smooth, but it was still pretty good with Voxy. Oh, that. Oh, no. No, that's not good. Are those fireworks? What are you guys doing? My neighbors, man. They keep bugging me. Oh, man. Okay. So, back to this kitchen, living room, and dining room for the public area. And then for the private area, bedroom, en suites. And then, hold on. Storage. What else? What do I have in my apartment? So I have the entryway, which is just going to kind of get blended into this. You get the entryway. I'm not going to put the hallway because that's more of a circulation area. And honestly, I want to reduce the amount of circulation areas. I have like this here behind me. You can see my kitchen's back there. It's just like a tiny little corner. And this is my living room. I do need a dining table at some point, which I'm going to kind of stick over back that way. So honestly, kitchen, living room, dining room can kind of be meshed into one. Yeah. Honestly, for a house of this size, I could probably have one bathroom and then one ensuite, which is also a bathroom. But I can do like one full bath and then the ensuite can be like a half bath. So I'll probably do something like that. Storage space. So I've got closets. I do have a storage locker, but that doesn't apply to a house. What else do I need? Am I missing anything? Studio, maybe? Put a question mark beside that. Okay, chat, help me out. What else am I missing? I know somebody's going to give some not so serious answers, but lay them on me. Let's see what you got. Let's see. Okay. Those fireworks scared me. That I was having... Can you guys hear that? I didn't even hear them. Let's see. Hey, Matt Pine One. That's me. Do you think Rhino would be overkill for designers, or is? Do you think? I can't read. Sorry, chat's moving. Hold on. Do you think Rhino's a software, would be overkill for design, or is there some mod that can be good enough for designing in game? I have a surprise for you. Hold on. Let's go here for a second. I have, I got a little something that I did specifically for this project in Rhino. Let me open it up. I hear sounds. Haha, suckers, the audience can't hear it because I don't have my Minecraft sounds connected to this particular scene. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wait. Where am I? There you go. Okay, this is Rhino, the software Rhino. Just give it a second to load. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking at your suggestions. So, closet, wine cellar. Wine cellar could be cool. Flight simming room. That would probably go in the studio. Patio, yes. Oh, here we go. Laundry. That's a great one. Hold on, let me jump back into Minecraft. Laundry. Actually... Laundry. What is going on there? Oh, no. Oh, no. We'll get that out of there. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the software called Rhino. As per the comments, what you might notice is this is the site. This is my house site. So I managed to import a schematic of West Vancouver. And yeah, it looks a little something like that. And if I go back into Minecraft here, there you go. You're just going to see the bottom bar here for a second. But if I fly up here, I don't know what's going on down there. But this is what it actually looks like, which is pretty cool. So then you go back here. I can do, like, I can see all the different shadows depending on the time of year. And I've selected down here where Metro Vancouver actually is. And then you get like the time of day. So you see all those shadows moving. So I get stuff like that. And then depending on the month, obviously the length of the day changes. But yeah, you can do some pretty cool stuff like that. And let's see. Yeah, a little something like that. So to answer your question, I can hear people smacking me in my ear. What is going on? I gotta turn my sounds down. But I guess you guys can hear that too, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, no, I don't think it's overkill at all. So yeah, if you want to use Rhino, go for it. So let's go in here and see what crazy stuff you guys are up to. What is going on here? Hello. Okay, goodbye. You guys are very distracting. Okay. With that being said, we'll go back here. And yeah, okay, so you got laundry room. And what else do you have? Let's see. Closet. Yeah, so we got some storage here. Storage. Nuclear silo for deterring neighbors. There is actually a nuclear warhead up in the mountains. Way up there. But download the map and I'll let you guys find it. Norway's trains. I'm not putting a train in here. I don't know if that's related to this conversation. Is Rhino CAD? Yeah, Rhino is a separate software. Like it's a professionally used software. It's also not cheap, but it's a one-time payment, which is great instead of recurring. So that's kind of why I bought it. Let's see. Do you have to pay for it? Yes, you do have to pay for it. Underground cellar, private runway, Walmart. I don't know if I can put a Walmart in this house. I don't think it's zoned for that. Overhang for the car for weather. That's a good idea. That's not bad. I might keep that as a detail for later, but that is actually a pretty good idea. Yeah, okay, cool. Sweet. All right, so I think that works. I think that's pretty much everything I need. Trapdoor with the shark pool at the bottom. That's good. Do I speak Norwegian or did it translate it? No, I see a Google Translate thing beside it, so I do not speak Norwegian. I am watching the England-Norway game on Saturday, however, which is going to be fun. But yeah, I like the trapdoor with the shark pool at the bottom. That's a good idea. I don't know if it'll happen, but who knows? Okay. So now that we have these here, let's actually go ahead and start blocking out some of these. So I might use some green wool just for some interior walls, just approximately. All right. So the biggest challenge, I think, is going to be this entrance section up here. Because basically what I can do is if I... Okay, let me copy the living room. This right here is going to be the living room. So we'll have this one right here. We don't have cushions yet. I'm really excited to get cushions. But yeah, that's going to be quite nice when that does happen. But I need to wait for the server plugins to catch up with that snapshot first. But hopefully we get it soon because it does look quite nice. Okay. So for the bathroom, since this bathroom is going to be sort of... Wait. Since this bathroom is... Okay, 2 bathrooms. One is an ensuite, which is going to be attached to the largest bedroom somewhere down here. The other bathroom, which is going to be a full bathroom with a shower and everything, it's going to be obviously for everybody that lives here, and then also if you have guests over. So you don't want to put it like way down at the end here. So I think the full bathroom's probably going to go somewhere right in here, I would imagine. Or honestly, right by the door. That could be a good option for it. Obviously, you want to have some... let's make sure this works. There you go. Hello. Guys, I'm trying to build here. What are you doing? Obviously, you want to have some sort of like ventilation for the bathroom, because if you don't, and you have guests walking in, they're probably not going to appreciate that. But yeah. But might do a little something like this. I do have some techniques I like to use for the walls, which I could use like trapdoors to make it like super thin. For the hallway here, probably just too wide. I think that should be okay. This is going to be glass. Probably just glass panes. Yeah, I could do something like that. So this bathroom doesn't need to be huge, but what I could do, maybe this is like a storage closet here. Could do something like that. Let me grab those signs again. Well, a couple of options for the bathroom. Could have it here. I could actually push it over this way a little bit more. But we'll keep it there for now. Back here, definitely want to have some bedrooms down here. Let's just make sure that I actually have everything I need. Should be nice. So bedrooms, ensuite, storage, and studio. Let's start with the studio way at the end. Do I want it to come down here a little bit? Like, I could kind of have it step down a touch. I don't know. I mean, this river's going to be nice when it's done too, and there is going to be a bridge here. But no, maybe I'll leave this just kind of as like a garden, maybe. Maybe what I'm actually going to do. Oops. I mean, whoops. You didn't see that. But maybe what I'll do here, I'll just kind of bring this out. A little something here. Guys, what are you doing? But so over here, maybe I'll kind of have like a little garden or something. I don't know what I'm going to do in these corners yet. But yeah, could do a little bedroom here. This is nice and wide here. So I can actually kind of lay out some furniture. So if I just take some pink wool. I don't know exactly how I'm going to lay it out. So I could do something. Hey guys, I'm trying to stream. What are you guys doing? Can I get you guys to just go that way a little bit? Thank you. But yeah, I could do a little couch here maybe. Or actually, here's an idea. What I could do, I could build a little fireplace here, to be honest with you. So, I don't want it to be like too big, but could make a little fireplace there. And I'm basically just gonna build this up. I gotta turn off my sounds. Okay. So we'll do something like this. Now there's something that I do like. So you kind of have, I don't know if this counts as a clear story window, but you could have kind of a window up here, especially because this is, okay, the sun's up there along with that ghast, but basically you don't want too much of the sun coming in the afternoon. Otherwise it's not like super great. It's going to heat up your space and you really, really don't want that, especially if you have these other large windows here. And then we have this large overhang going up top here. What is going on? But yeah, so some large windows here. I'm going to have to do some daylight analysis in that Rhino program I just showed you. But yeah, I'll figure that out. I'm probably going to extend, actually, I'm going to extend the overhangs here right now. Let's take this. Probably just go up by like 2. Something like that. That works. Yeah, just because like the south-facing ones. Yeah, so that's a little bit better. Okay. So now that we have that nice little spot out here, and okay, so we can do this. I might do something similar with these windows, bringing them across this way. I have no clue what this is going to look like, but I think for now, let me just do that. And so what, okay, for the actual design language itself, you can see there's a lot of horizontals, right? So I feel like these windows kind of fit. But obviously there's going to have to be certain elements of like the vertical part of it, because you do have these columns here. And I may, depending on what I put here, I may end up doing something like that instead, so that you kind of like look straight out. Which actually, looking down this hallway, assuming there's nothing blocking it, that would actually be kind of cool. Especially if you're down here and you have a wall. Kind of going this way. I'll just put that there for now. But kind of look down that way. Maybe see some trees out there. Yeah. That could work. And then just to even that up, maybe do something like that. Okay, I'm just going to go a full wall just for right now. But, yeah. Alpine, do you remember me? What's up, Bob? What's going on? I think you do sound familiar. Let's see. Taking a look at chat here. Good luck on your histology. I don't know what that is, but good luck. Good luck, Lynn. Make the living room flow lead to the outside deck. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do you mean like have this as kind of like a big openable window thing? You can like walk out. I do like that. That's a good idea. I also love those windows where it's like kind of like slats that you can like open up like that, or like kind of, you know what I mean? But what are my builders doing? I don't know. They're hanging out. I don't know. They always get up to antics. But yeah, okay. So let's see. I think I have room for at least 2 bedrooms. So what I might do is I'm actually, let me think. So looking back at this, so living room, got it. That living room is going up there. Dining room, so kitchen and dining room, that's kind of the big one. Honestly, for the no, I was thinking about putting the full bathroom, combining it with the laundry. But then if you have somebody in that bathroom while somebody's trying to do laundry, then that doesn't quite work. I might keep them separate. I might do that. Yeah. Okay. And what I'm actually going to do here, I want to make a little like front porch almost. So pull that out. Just a little something. And then a little something here. Just for now, I think I could have a little walkway coming down here too. I think that'd be kind of nice. What if I just put this here for now? Okay, temporary entrance. It's going right there. Whoop. Nope. Don't want that. So I'll just do a little something like this. And then I'll bring this down because that's quite tall. So let's assume this is like the front entrance. This is really tall, actually. Yeah, okay, this is a lot larger than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be really small and compact, but it's actually a decent size. Okay, so we'll do something like this. And then just along the support columns here, I'll bring these up. Well, something like that. Bring that one up here. This will probably be a window, maybe, but it depends. Those are good. Okay. Okay. Well, something like that. Yeah, it's starting to take shape. Very, very slowly. But, yeah. Layouts are always tricky. They're quite tricky. Do you do all the landscaping for your city, and how? This was made by my friend Rainy. I don't know if... Yeah, Rainy's on right now. I don't know where Rainy is. All right. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Rainy, this is also Rainy's house here. Rainy converted satellite data, like topographic, like 3D imagery data, into Minecraft. How he did that, I think he sent me a message a while ago. I've been meaning to make a video about that. Eventually, I will get around to that. But, yeah. The house actually looks kind of nice from back here. Like, it's real simple. I'll probably do some texturing and stuff on top, maybe change it up. But I don't actually know if I want to go for that sloped roof anymore. I know it, like, makes sense. But there's different ways that you can build it so that, you know, you can still control your water. You might have to use your imagination a little bit. But yeah, that works. I might still play with the proportions a little bit too. Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's all right. But it's kind of a nice little compact home, which is good. Okay, so up here you have a fireplace, which is great. Let me see. Get a little campfire going. Put that one just there for now. That goes right through the structural column. That's a problem. Are there any structural engineers watching? If I have a gap like this and I just have a fireplace underneath, long term, that's probably not good for it with all that heat going up, right? That's probably not great. Because I really want to keep that there. Ah. Structural engineers, please help. Oh, man. could curve the fireplace. Yeah. I'm more just looking for like the location right now. Because I do like that location, especially because this wall is going to be mostly solid because you're getting a lot of the afternoon sunlight, which is going to heat up the space already more than you want it. Like this is already a lot of glass. You're a structural engineer yourself? No, my undergrad had a concentration in structural engineering, but I am not a structural engineer. I took a bunch of classes, but my knowledge is if you apply heat to structural components, then it becomes more malleable. But whether or not this is enough space, or you can actually like let the heat go through there, I don't know. But yeah. So it sounds like I'm the most qualified structural engineer here. Yeah, not quite, but maybe in the stream, I don't know. What's the beam made of? Right now, it's diorite, but use your imagination and just pretend it's steel. But yeah. Let me hold on, I gotta check my phone here. Trying to see if my bike's ready for pickup after I got a giant nail in the tire yesterday. Nothing yet. But yeah. I hope that's not super expensive because my insurance and my warranty does not cover it. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, let's continue here. Alrighty. So if I had, okay, let's just assume that the entrance is going to stay here. So if the entrance is here, what does the actual layout look like? So on the inside here, you walk into the entrance. Usually what you're going to want is like a closet nearby so you can like hang up your coat, especially in a rainy climate like Metro Vancouver. So I'll do something like this. Have a little closet there. Maybe I'll actually make it kind of thin. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll keep that for now. So this will be closet. That works. Yeah. And then when you also come in, you kind of want to have a place to, like a little table or a surface to like set things down. So when you come in with your keys, you got your wallets, maybe you have your groceries that you just came in with and you still got to take off your shoes before you like walk to your kitchen. Or Americans, I don't understand why you guys keep your shoes on when you go inside all the time. Like it's just going to get your floors messy. I don't get it. Maybe somebody can explain that to me because I really don't understand. I don't know. That's just a Canadian thing. Well, I guess the rest of the world thing, but yeah. Okay, so have that as a little closet here. And then I was talking about having a bathroom nearby. I don't want the door like immediately beside that front entrance. So maybe what I'll do. Oh yeah, okay. So you have to think about like the experience when you're walking in here as well, right? So walk in the door and immediately you see this like crazy view down there. I'm probably gonna add some landscaping in it or something. Maybe I could get like a tree to kind of like poke up that way. I don't know. Yeah. Or do I want it over there? I don't know. This is tough. I don't think I need a walk. Like, I don't need a walkway. You can just walk down the driveway and then go in there. But yeah, we could do that. Okay. How's it going? How's it going, Red Void? It's going good here. I think I'm just about out of storage space, but I'm going to keep going until I am. But yeah, okay. So living room over here. Here's another idea. I could also shift this door over there, like move the whole entryway over here, and then have the kitchen like here, and then kind of have like bar stools or something here. Is that too close to that? I can also shift that down a little bit if I want to. Let's actually try that. I kind of... So that way, like, if the door's over here instead... then the experience of walking in. So you walk in, if you go to the right, like straight and to the right, that's more like the public space. And then if off to the left, that's more like the private space. So immediately it's kind of like a division between it. If I push it over this way a little bit more, I could also do that. Yeah, like you walk in here and yeah, okay. So there's going to be, let's assume there's going to be a wall right here. So you can't actually see over here. So you're going to walk in, your eyes are going to be drawn straight ahead and then kind of to the right. So if you're a guest, I'm thinking from the perspective of a guest, that's where you're sort of subtly guided, right? And then over here, maybe you have like the kitchen and stuff like that. I'm going to have some windows over here as well. Make it look pretty. But then if you live here, you're kind of coming up here. And then you kind of have to like look over this way. So it's less intuitive to turn down this way. So guests won't necessarily, you know, be drawn that way, like visually. I don't know if this makes any sense. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm trying. So do something like that. Okay. I also need to think about the exits from here. So, or all the doors. So just for fire safety. So you have that one. You're going to have some along here and along here. All of the bedrooms back here are going to have their own windows, which you do need according to fire code. That should be okay. That should work. So, yeah, it should be all right. What are you guys building? You're making a bouncy castle and a stage? They're having fun down there. Okay. So, maybe I want a little, like, seating area over here. Because then it kind of opens up. Maybe, hold on. What if... Let me shift this over. This is going to be a lot of trial and error, just by the way. That's just how I build. So 2, something like that. So if I do something like this, and then in this corner I can have like a little plant or something. Let's make that even. Deal with something like that. And basically... but do I want it to be like that? Okay, I'm going to experiment here a little bit. I don't know. Because I don't want to go too far this way, because these are going to be bedrooms. But then I don't want the washroom. I don't want the bathroom over here, because then it's like the full bathroom, and it's too far away from there. Now I'm kind of thinking of switching it back. What if I put it in the middle? Let's try the middle. Okay. Here, I got to respond to a text real quick. Just give me a second, but... let's see. Somebody bought City Design 101. Appreciate you. Somebody applied for builder. I saw that in the comments too. I'll check those later. I got kind of backed up on applications. Yeah, okay. All right. Somebody gave me kudos on Strava. That's my other notification. But yeah, okay. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, this is tough. Okay, I'm just going to keep that there for now. You know what, let's... No, okay. Solid wall. Let's do that. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the middle is actually 3, which throws me off a little bit. Thank you, Colton. Appreciate you. Okay, let me think. So you walk in, on the left, I want a bathroom, which is going to take a decent amount of space, but I don't want to go too far into there. Hi, Rainy. Yeah, so I don't want to go too far into there. So if I space out a bathroom here, I still don't want to go like too far into here. I think 3 should be all right. I also don't want to like, I don't know. I don't want to make too many weird angles. And also, it's got to go all the way up to here too, right? Do I just do it here? I think I should. You know what? Whatever. Let's do that. And then, so this can be a closet and then also like for laundry. So we'll do this. So basically just, yeah, open it there. And then this can be the full bathroom. So usually when I design washrooms or bathrooms in Minecraft, when I open the door, I put it here. I never put it on the end or on the end over there. So that this way you can have like a sink and like a vanity. And you can have like the shower and like the kind of the toilet down there. Because basically if you do this instead, then all of a sudden your layout gets really weird. You could still probably do it, but like it's a little bit weirder. So like you'd have a sink, toilet, and then this could be like your shower or bath back here. But then it just feels more compact, or not compact, but like mushed together, which I don't really like that. So I'll leave that like that for now. Yeah. Actually, I don't think it really matters. Whatever. I'll just leave it like that. Okay. Washroom back there. Bathroom, whatever you want to call it. Basement. No, I don't think I think that's too much work. I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Then you have these glass walls. Okay. So that works. Full bathroom. That looks good. So that's that one. And then storage and laundry. That's, yeah, just kind of this one here. I might have a little more storage over this way as well, which is an option. Okay. All right. So now I got to lay this out. So, okay, so the door is probably going to be here-ish, I think. Why do I have 2? Get that out of here. Oh, that's why. That makes sense. Which I think is exactly where I had it before. Does Sequoia have a major sports stadium? Funhouse. We have a football field. And I know Matt was working on a stadium as well. I don't know what the progress on that is, but there's one based on Vancouver. Hi, Dean. But yeah, we got some stuff. It's a work in progress. We also have a Science World. It's a big FIFA ball right now. I don't know if I can see it from here. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, it's hiding. But go look on my Instagram at alpine.builds and you'll see it. Or check out Matt Arch. We did a collab post on that. It's pretty cool. Okay. So for now, I'm just going to open this up. Let's assume that the entrance is right here. So you come in here. You got a little washroom here. What I might do, little something like this. And then just a little closet here for hanging up your jackets. And then kind of back here, like I want to have the kitchen kind of tucked in this corner probably. Maybe a little bit back here. Not all the way back. Or maybe all the way back, actually. I could do that. Could do something like that. I'm just trying to get like an approximate layout. Like, okay, when I'm designing a Minecraft kitchen, one of two options. I either make the depth of the counters 1 block or 2. I don't know what I'm going to choose here, but for now, I'm just going to block it off with 2. And then we're going to have some sort of windows here, because when you look out this way, like you have these nice trees here. Let's probably do something like that. I'll just leave that for now. And then you probably want something like this here as well, just so you can kind of like, you know, if you're washing dishes or you're cooking or something, you can kind of like see out your driveway. So a little something like that. Again, this is all going to change. How do I apply for builder? alpine1.co. It'll be the link in the description. But yeah, we can do something like that. These walls will probably come up. Obviously, this is probably not getting done today, but I'm going to do some research afterwards just to like take a look at layouts and see if I can do this a little bit better. Okay, so that works. Dining room, kitchen, leave that for now. And this is the living room over here. So you can do that. And yeah, hi Dean. So that one there, that's there. Okay. And then sort of this private area is going to be back here. So you have this nice hallway. This is going to be glass. Looking back this way. Probably going to cut this off like here-ish because I don't really need this. So if I do bedroom number 1 is right here. And then this will be the closet, which is kind of why I do this pattern. It goes across and then that way. Thankfully, it's identical in size. Great. And then this will be the master bedroom over this way. Do I want an ensuite? It's not a whole lot of space. I could do kind of like a walk-in closet ensuite mix. Could do that. You know what? I'm actually going to shift this one over. So bedroom number 1 doesn't have to be huge. Then this one, I might end up using like trapdoors or something to make like really thin walls. So I'll leave that just for now. Just for now, I'm going to do this. Let's say, let's put a question mark there. And maybe a walk-in closet. Might change later. That's the master bedroom. That is a different bedroom. I could definitely change this out. No, I'm going to change this up. Hold up. I'm going to leave the ensuite sign there just for a minute. But if I do something like this, how do I fit that then? This is a challenge. Hi, Eno. How you doing? Alpine, you are a legend. Appreciate it. I love building cities. Me too. This chat is full of children. Yes, it is a weekday during the work week, so it happens. Okay. So let me see. Master bedroom here. Man, layouts are tough. I really don't know. Because this is obviously a huge space for a bedroom. So let me do that. Man, that's tough. You know what? Let me do that for now. Let's open that up there. No, actually, we'll do that. I got to do some thinking about this. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's lots of progress on this build. It's not bad. Could be worse, to be honest with you. But, okay. So, I mean, you can kind of see, like, why it takes so long to design these things. Because there's just so many different ways that you can configure it. Yeah, and there's so many things that can change with it, too. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on my own, and then I'm just going to try to figure some stuff out. I'm going to make some more progress. But yeah, this will be used as a segment in the video. I don't know what it's going to be called yet, but it's me building a West Vancouver inspired house, sort of. Yeah, so that's sort of what it looks like. So I think that's probably it for this stream. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'll answer a few before I go. But yeah, let's see here. I never really finished my coffee either. I don't know if it's cold or not, but... Oh, can you show us around the city for 1 second? Yeah, I can do that. I think you had asked for the Vancouver area. So let me... I'll show you around. Okay. Okay, so back there, that's the house. Then you have West Vancouver over there. You have all of these mountains that go for kilometers and kilometers up there. And see if we can get rid of some of these clouds here. Okay, there you go. This is Point Grey. So this is based on Point Grey in Vancouver. Then you have sort of the Granville area in Yaletown. That's Granville Island. This is sort of based on San Francisco down here. There's the football field, the Sequoia Moose. Pretty cool. It's by Mata. You have Science World with the giant FIFA soccer ball. Pretty cool. You have Gastown, which is something that we are currently working on. It's based on Gastown, Vancouver. Over here you have the New York area, which is pretty fun. That sort of gets into the, like, East Village down there. And yeah, you got some other stuff up here. Over here, this is Warp Builds, so this is just where we keep everything that we have not put in the city yet. And then we also have the airport way down here as well, which still needs to be moved into place. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me go into my elytra here, see if we can land in my little apartment. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And let's see. Trying to fly and also look at chat at the same time. What shaders are you using for Voxy? These are Bliss shaders. I like Photon as well, but it can be a little glitchy. But this is... Whoa. Nope. Whoa. Okay. Okay, let's pretend I nailed that. Let's get back down here. This is my little apartment here. It's kind of nice. It's kind of fun. But, yeah, pretty cool spot. So this is East Village. Lots of cool stuff here. It's a little, the original village right in the middle there. Whoa, you see that? Here you go. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Whoa. Okay, we'll come back and see what they're building here. So they, this is the fun house here. So you got a dance floor. You got a bouncy castle. Boing. Oh, I'm using my elytra, that's why. And then you got a little something going on down here. That's me. I'm the tree. That's kind of fun. All right. That's just some average shenanigans. Is Sequoia on Patreon? No, it is free for download, alpine1.co. Feel free to check it out. When are you building One Burrard Place? Mata Arch, who's on the server right now, he built the actual base for it, but we have not collaborated on the tower yet. So we got to do that at some points. Matt, can I join the Mat Club? Yes, you absolutely can. We do have a Mat Club. How tall is the tallest mountain in the world? I'd think like 380 something blocks. Ballpark. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Did I miss anything else? Okay, lots of questions. So when are you checking builder applications? I'll get around to it eventually. Um, yeah, thank you so much for watching this stream. I still have a lot of work to do, trying to figure out the layout of this house, and then doing interior, and then all the landscaping, and then going back into that software Rhino, and then doing all the analysis on it. I got a bunch of maps I want to make, lots of overhead drawings, but stay tuned. So thank you so much for watching. See you later.